Hey, this is Nellie's Farm. It is June 30th, 2024. This is an update on what's going on about my vehicle that is still broke down. I mentioned it on another vehicle that we do have a part that arrived, but it's sitting at the post office. And I'll figure out somehow how to get it. I'll have to put up some post or something in my area and pay somebody to give me a ride or something up there. But anyway, I wanted to tell you what happened. It's kind of embarrassing because I got burned. I've been on. Some of you are from Godlike Productions, GOP, I call it. And there's a Christian man on there named Brother Tim, BRO Tim, and his name's Timothy Taylor. And that's his name, and he is on Facebook. He's in South Carolina, and he kept insisting. We've been talking for years, by the way, for a few years. We've both been on there many years. When his wife was very, very terminally ill, I gave him advice about what herbs to get to help her kidneys be stronger. And by then, I'm afraid it was too late. And she passed away, and I tried to comfort him and be there for him, online. And as did other people. So, since we had talked so much and he seemed like a genuine person, so when he offered to come in, and he told me he's a mechanic, and he offered to come here and work on my Jeep, I didn't really have a choice. Someone said when I put up a thread about this, that wasn't a wise decision. Well, it wasn't really even a decision. It was no choice. I mean, I had no choice. We had already tried the ignition switch and a few other things, and that took forever just to get to the point to try those to find out they didn't work. So anyway, I let him come, and he didn't tell me until he was almost here that he brought his adopted son. Okay, adopted son, he said. I thought, oh, geez, who are these? Who's that? Because, guys, I haven't had anybody come down here except FedEx, Kroger delivery in literally years. UPS, they're not supposed to come down here, but some people, new people, don't know. I'm talking, I don't have any friends here. I don't socialize. I keep to myself for a variety of reasons. But they probably wouldn't make it down my driveway anyway. But anyway, so he came and they were working on the Jeep. My son Rick was with him, even though it was really hard because he's in so much pain and he can't only sleep like 2 hours a night. And so his so-called adopted son got into my vodka that had been sitting there years. I use it to make my herbal tinctures. And he asked, though, he did ask, and I thought, oh, okay, whatever. He's 24, it's not like he's a kid. Well, he kept sipping on it, and before you know it, he was staggering around drunk, and he had drank 4 pints. I didn't know he went over next door to my son's and was drinking on a few that sit over there that have also sat a long time. So I don't know how. I didn't know at the time how this guy was still walking and even able to come up these steps. These are the steps I fell down, by the way. The dogs knocked me off of, and I broke 4 bones last October. And it doesn't look like very, very hard, or very long. But believe me, that's like a 6-foot fall, if not more, straight onto the concrete. So I was so concerned about him, and I was like, oh my gosh. So we're taking turns babysitting him while Tim's working on the Jeep. And so they go back to their hotel, and by the way, Tim had said that he was planning on staying until it's done, or as long as he could. He said it has to be back like in a week, like it was like 5 days a week. So anyway, he calls from the hotel the next morning and says, hey, I gotta go, I gotta go back home. I'm like, okay. Well, the day before he ordered a part. It's some modulator thing. I don't know. But anyway, it's a computer thing. He ordered a part. So that's the part that's sitting at the post office. So anyway, he suddenly says he's got to go. And I mean, he was in a very big hurry. Before he came here and before he left, I had him take me to a store. And I didn't even get to go do the things I really needed to do. And if I'd known he was leaving that soon, I would have borrowed his minivan to go. So they leave, and I get in my drawer that has a lot of my supplements and things because we basically take alternative medicine to survive. But my 17-year-old son's medicine was in there too. I'd saved it up because he doesn't take it much. Well, it was missing. His adopted son stole my son's medicine. So I text him. He was driving. I thought he might be in danger. The guy is armed because of that guy. And you know, I said I tried to tell him don't say anything to him, but he took our medication. And Tim didn't stop. He didn't look through everything. He claimed later that he looked in his bag, but it wasn't there. Of course it's not going to be in his bag. Drug addicts, they don't show you where they hide things when they steal. Anyway, I had no idea this guy was even a drug addict. I mean, I had no idea. But talking to him, you know, before, during when he was drinking, he told me, he told me he's a drug addict. He told me himself. So, yeah, so that's where we are. I ended up losing more than I gained, and he refuses to pay me back. I've sent him. I can't prove that he has them, by the way. I think he probably threw the bottles out simply because the pills hardly took up any room in the bottles. But the value is about $1,800, and he won't pay me back. So, and my Jeep's still not fixed. So that's what happened. And this is a devout Christian man, supposedly, you guys. And he's just pretty much, why he's not, one reason besides not wanting to pay me back, which I know he has the money, that he's ignoring me because he knows that they blew it now and he doesn't have a chance with me. And since his wife died, he goes from woman to woman. And I told him that's not wise, because the women that he's been with, he gives them money and buys them things constantly. And the first thing he did when he got here is offer me money and to buy me a phone and pay my bills. And I said, no, I just want my Jeep fixed and I'll find a job. I was laid off my other one. And, I pay my own bills and I always have. And no one supported us except for me for many, many, many years, ever actually. So I didn't take from him, and I'm pretty sure that it threw him off. I think he didn't know what to do with a woman like that, honestly. But I told what happened on the forum that we're both on, the conspiracy forum GOP, and I got a nice donation, a good-sized donation from Dave and from John in Florida. I think Dave's in Kansas. And Dave has bare bones lawn care, and he also has a YouTube channel. I was trying to think about it. He's an expert when it comes to that stuff. And I don't know what I'd do without their donations, And because this guy is not going to pay me back for our loss. He came and he he allowed his so-called son to steal from a widow, okay, with sick kids that had nothing already, I mean, I'm not a materialistic person. It's not a priority for me. I just want the basics, because this is what, what I care about is animals, nature, and helping people. And this is what I got in return, guys. Now, if I was one of those other women, I'm sure that I could have got a lot, but that's just not me. Anyway, I wanted to tell you what happened. That's where we're at now. I feel really foolish because of it. But when you're in a situation like this, you don't have a choice. And so many people want a homestead right now. And I'm just going to warn you, be careful what you wish for. And most people have someone they can count on. I don't. And I mean, I don't. And you could get stuck like me. We've been broke down. It has to be going on 3 months now. People don't care. Most people don't care. They let you starve to death down here. People who know that are nearby, they don't care. That's just how people are. Even if they do, even if they do have people think that they're great people, which is always the case. And that's one reason I don't socialize, guys. I'd rather be alone than be with people like that. And that's the day and age we live in, though. It really is. Even here in conservative Alabama, the heck, in some ways it's worse than in the liberal hometown I came from, which really shocked me, But it's true. They just pretend they're good people. That's the difference, which in a lot of ways makes them more evil, in my opinion. But I'm talking fast because I wanted to get through this as fast as possible. But I'm still doing my fundraiser, and I'm putting the PayPal link in comments. My tech skills suck, guys. I'm getting older. Believe it or not, I used some of the first computers that came out, and when I was a kid, and I just didn't keep up with technology. My health was one reason why. I was just struggling to survive, just like now. And I hope you can hear this okay. And I thank you if you've made it this far. I'm surprised. And I do appreciate you guys listening to me. And thank you for all of you guys who donated. And I can't thank you enough. Kathy, I don't know if you heard me say thank you on a different video. Thank you to you too. I love you guys. And that's all. I'm trying to get my videos caught up that I wanted to do. I hope you've had a great weekend too. Nellie's Farm signing off.